Thinking man is evident. Feeling like 50 way back in 03 or D. Talking about me on some other 301 screaming 4-4 on my Louis. Papa tags by the mode. Don't they dummy? 3 miles for a gold. Black and yellow with the boots and the gold suit. We had a go-go last week. We don't really care who got last week. Riding under me, the blog and really bumping me. Go some bad. You don't want no problems with a GD, CPG. I'm the king of the streets.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Bortles' Jaguars.
Larry, first opened in 1995. There's a look inside Everbank Field here in the River City of Jacksonville, Florida. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. He finds Hearns left side. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Bortles. And he fires one, but incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Nortman on to kick as he sends it away. With it is Brown. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So completion on 2nd down, that brings up 3rd. The slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
They'll go again with Bell. Room here to run. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And down inside the 15 he goes. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. On second down, Roethlisberger. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack, although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that, and the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
They'll run him with Bell. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Jags taking over on offense here in a second. And what a season, Charles, it was for Jacksonville. Some people did like them as a dark horse coming into the year, and they really responded.
Heard recently at one of the, all-star games, college all-star games, a scout saying, well, heck, haven't they been the dark horse for the last 5 years coming into the season? And he seemed a little bit bitter, so I'm going to let him go on that one. But the point is well taken. They have been building towards this. Really good drafts, really supplemented in free agency. And, yeah, they were a dark horse, but they played awfully well. 11 wins, 2 more in the playoffs. I think right now they'd love to get Allen Robinson back at wide receiver and add another playmaking tight end.
Design run for their wideout. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. 1:57 to go in this first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Into the red zone, it's Bortles. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it. Now the confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal. Oh, how about this call down near the goal line? And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Paul Posluszny. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Bortles now to throw. And this one's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Ben Koyak, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. On the return, Fitzgerald, Toussaint. Oh, spinning away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's James. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Slot man moves right. Now Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's James. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's McDonald. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Pittsburgh first.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll run it with Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face a third down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Miles Jack able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. A throw left side complete to his receiver Westbrook. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Well, he's got it over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, Doug Marrone going to send out his field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now they'll try to sweep with Bell. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
In motion right is Brown. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. This one complete, right side to McDonald. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. So the offense has it first and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bryant. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And they'll put Bryant in motion left. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal.
Well, as the play call comes in on third down, you have to think about 4-down territory here. Down a few touchdowns, they need points, and they need big points.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They come out here in the I. Now receiver in motion left. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like...
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point now by Boswell. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
To throw is Bortles. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Bortles going to look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Bortles to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Roethlisberger to throw. Being chased out left. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation. They keep the football.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly.